This is the official post-event press conference for EFC 38, live from the Durban ICC in Durban, South Africa.
It was great to be back in Durban, an awesome atmosphere. Thank you to all the fans for coming out to support these athletes, and they put on one hell of a show. I'll now be announcing the prize-winning athletes from EFC 38. The winner of submission of the night is Cameron Mankies. He finished about 2 minutes 52 seconds into the third round by way of a rear naked choke. Winner of knockout of the night is Amanda Lino. She knocked out her opponent 1 minute 2 seconds into the first round, and fight of the night is awarded to the featherweight clash between Ashley Calvert and Sizwe Mnakati. And performance bonus is awarded to Peter Nyedi and Nelson Pateria. Now please raise your hands if you have any questions for myself or the athletes.
Hi, Kyra. A question for Kyra. Firstly, the obvious one. What's next for Boyd Allen? He's dominating his division.
Man, he's unbelievable. I mean, Boyd does a pretty clinical display tonight. Haven't seen something quite like that before. I mean, he was looking magic. Running two big wins now. But luckily, there's some other good guys coming up in there. I mean, Hanu Buerta, who's fought before, but definitely on a good comeback. Guys like Sizwe Mnakati, and looking at that division well. But I mean, Boyd was on fire tonight, no doubt about it.
All right, question for Cairo. Cairo, the international talent, you finally started to bring them in. How were you impressed by, Rafal's performance stepping in there in the first fight on the main card?
Yeah, that was great. It's a big show to fight on. Came out here, fought on live TV in front of going against a hometown favorite, and he put on a great show. Locked that in and took the victory. It was a great performance from him.
Question for Wesley. Wesley, commiserations on the loss. But can you just tell us what you think about the growth of the sport and the support that you enjoyed here in Durban tonight, and when are you coming back?
No, there's no pressure. Firstly, just a big thanks to the Durban crowd. You guys always make the fight in here unbelievable. With the sport, it's just growing in leaps and bounds. Yeah, and with myself, I'll probably take about a 4 or 5 month break and then make a comeback.
Question for Amanda. This was your professional debut. Do you want to take us through the whole experience and the KO? What was going through your mind?
Yeah, look, I was really excited. I think a lot of adrenaline was running through me and the nerves. But, the game plan was just to stick to what I know best and keep to my strong suit. So I was prepared for everything. I trained hard in all aspects of my game, but it just led to stand up and go hard. So that's where I went.
All right, question for Martin. You had a very impressive performance. First off, talk about your opponent and then the prospects of fighting for a title here in EFC.
Yeah, big thanks to Ayo for taking the fight on short notice. I know it could have been an easy thing. He's a tough guy. As far as the title's concerned, I'm looking forward to the title shot against Dave Bursky. It's just a matter of time. It's up to EFC to decide when that's going to happen.
Question for Smiley. Another impressive performance tonight. What's next for you?
First, I want to say thanks to my team and everyone that helped me through the camp. Not really sure. I will see what EFC says. I don't know. We'll see what the president says. We'll just have to wait and see. But
I think if I can just add on to that, the plan for Leon Maynard, we've got 2 guys from Fight Fit in that division. We've obviously got Iggy and you got Temba Garimbo. Temba Garimbo is the next guy. He's going to be fighting Leon Maynard next, and we're going to try to schedule that fight for July.
Question for Martin van Staden. Martin, what is your opinion on David Bursky as a champion?
I don't know. I've got my own opinion about David. I just won't go into too much detail, but I'm just looking forward to the fight.
Okay. Then a follow-up question for Amanda. What is your opinion on Zita Vaju and Danela Lysov, the other two ladies in your division?
Look, they're very good fighters. I mean, they wouldn't be in EFC if they weren't. So a lot of respect to them. I still definitely think that I should have been the first fight. But, you know, I look forward to hopefully sometime soon facing Daniela. I think it would be a good fight. But other than that, I'm just going to focus on what's next.
All right, question for the champion, Boyd Allen. Congratulations on defending your title here in Durban. What do you believe will be next for you? Do you have anybody that you would like to face as far as a challenge? And just give us your entire feelings on the night.
There's no one really that I'm calling out or looking to face. I go back and I prep accordingly for every fight with the team. And yeah, we train hard every day and we prepare for whatever's put in front of us. We're looking to improve as athletes all the time and better ourselves as MMA all-rounders, and we put in the work every day. So we're ready all the time. The team's on a high at the moment, and we're hoping to keep that going with Gareth going overseas and fighting in the UFC. And yeah. Look, we athletes at the end of the day. That's our full-time profession. That's what we do.
Question for Martin. See you wearing the money team hat there. Your thoughts on that upcoming fight, and just do you think your sport can grow to the point where you're getting the hype that super fight is getting as well?
Yeah, I think Pacquiao's got a tough fight against Mayweather. I'm rooting for Mayweather, team money. And sorry, what was the second question? As what, MMA? I don't know. I hope so. Really, I do.
Question for Ayo Dali. When would you like to return and who would you like to face?
You know, maybe just get my senses back together. You know, I just got knocked out for the first time, so you know, I'm not really thinking about opponents right now. Like, you know, I'm gonna obviously have to take a bit of time off after getting knocked out. But I said it before the fight. I'd love to fight Adam Speechley. You know, he's a good grappler. You know, he's got a good name over here. I pride myself on my grappling as well. So he's coming off a loss. I'm coming off a loss. We'll see what happens in the future.
Question for Rafael. That was a very impressive debut in EFC. Same question. Who would you like to face, and when would you like to face them?
I don't know, man. This is my first fight, and I don't even know much these fighters in this division, you know. I will fight for belt, you know. I go for this.
Well said, Rafael. Well said. Question for Hanru. Congratulations on the win. Very dominating victory. It seemed like you had all the answers. I think a lot of people saw Tyson on his way to maybe a title shot very, very soon. Now, where do you think you fit into it?
Okay, weet nee, ek weet nee, ek oefen elke dag hard, so waar ek 'n fight kan kry, vat hom. Ek het net vir die baas, so as die baas my sê fight, dan fight ek. So ek is gemaklik.
Just to translate, he said he's going to fight in March, I think.
Question for Tyson Challen. How did you feel about Hanru's wrestling and his power? Was it overwhelming, or did you feel you could deal with it?
To be very honest, like I said previously in previous interviews, it was what I expected from him. I do feel that I gave it my best. And yes, the power was very overwhelming. He's a very strong guy. Big up to him. Well done.
Question for Cairo. Can you run us through some of the future events that are coming up?
Sure. I mean, next up, we've obviously got Cape Town, big heavyweight title fight there. After that, we had EFC 40, which is quite a milestone for us, actually. I can't believe we're on 40 events, but that's 6th of June back at Carnival City. That's Michiel Opperman versus Liam Cleland for the middleweight title. And after that, we're looking with a Demar Penner fight. We're still working on Angola, pushing hard to try and make that happen. Hopefully that's going to be in July. Otherwise, we'll see what happens. And after that, then we're bouncing around. We're back in Cape Town, back in Durban. We're back in Durban again at the end of August, which is going to be awesome.
Another question for Cairo. We've noticed there was a new commentator. EFC's announced it. Is there a reason behind it? What's happened with CS?
Yeah, I mean, Cyrus, he's been a great supporter of EFC from the beginning. You know, he used to have a TV show over in the States, always giving us promotion, always punting the athletes. So he's been a big fan of EFC. He's a great guy. And I think tonight he added a lot of energy to the show. I thought he brought a great atmosphere. So we're definitely going to be seeing more of him in the future. It was fantastic having him over here.
Question for Kieran. How do you feel Rafael is going to match up to the rest of the division? There's a title fight with Liam Cleland and Michiel Opperman coming up soon. Does he match up to those guys? Is it possible that he could run at the title in some point this year?
Yeah, look, he's a strong guy. He was the better guy on the night. And yeah, I don't take anything away from him. I think he stands a chance.
All right, finally, here in Durban, the crowd was crazy at the weigh-ins. They were very animated, very loud here at the fight. Fantastic fans, by the way. Pat yourselves on the back. You guys absolutely killed it tonight. I'm glad I could be a part of it. Cairo, what do you think about the Durban fans, and when are you going to be back?
Yeah, the Durban fans are definitely the most vocal that we've got around the country. There you go. They really get behind the local guys, and you know they come out in their numbers to support EFC. So we love doing shows here. You know, we did one show last year. We said we we're going to do 2 this year, and we are. So definitely the end of August, we're going to be back at the ICC, and really looking forward to that.
Question for Iga. We've heard some rumors about you potentially dropping down to featherweight. You want to talk about that?
Well, we have to sit down with my team and we have to sort some things out, and we'll see very shortly what's going to happen. But shortly, probably at featherweight, we're holding the title. We'll see what happens. See what the team says. Thank you.
A follow-up question for Boyd. How are we going to see the same situation that we had with you and DeMart in the featherweight division if Ego drops?
No, I'm not going to fight my teammate. Just like I wouldn't fight DeMart. We're a brotherhood. We're not going to fight each other.
Question for Wesley. We don't see Boyd kick too much. Did it throw you off your game plan?
If you watch nearly all his fights, he really does kick a lot. He just doesn't kick with the other foot.
Question for Cairo. What's next for Durban's son, Saxon Delafield?
Sure, I'm not sure, you know. Obviously, when a guy comes off a loss, you gotta just look at it and see where to go from there. He's a popular guy. He's had a great run before this. He's a great athlete, and I'm sure we'll see him back stronger than ever.
Question for Boyd Allen. Who do you think is going to win the next heavyweight title fight in Cape Town next month?
I like both the heavyweights. I don't want to call it. Brendan and Andrew are both good guys. I think if it stays standing, Andrew's got a great chin, and Brendan proved that he can stand and trade as well in his last fight. If it goes to ground, I think Brendan's got a bit of an advantage. He's a jiu-jitsu specialist. But yeah, it's a hard fight to call. They're both great athletes.
Question for Tyson. What's next for you?
Well, I'm not really sure. I'm definitely going to bounce back. I'm definitely going to fight again. It's not nowhere near the end for me. I'm looking to just work my way back up the ladder and take it from there.
Question for Cairo. After Boyd's performance tonight and how he's performed, obviously undefeated in the EFC, where do you think he stacks up on a world level, not just in the EFC, but against all other featherweights?
Yeah, Boyd is world class. I mean, I don't think we've seen anything like it. Certainly not in that division. I mean, he's good all around. He's good grappling. He's good stand up. He's good wrestling. If someone asks you where you're going to beat Boyd Allen, you know, where they're going to go, what they're going to do. So you've got to put on something really special to beat him. So yeah, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that he's got an amazing future ahead of him in this sport.
Question for Cairo. Now we've seen two events, Cairo, that have not been aired on the cinemas. What is the plan for the wilder and a wider audience within South Africa who are crying out that they're unable to watch the full card of the EFC? What are the plans for those who are unable, who are used to go to the New Metro Studios to watch the EFC fights?
Yeah, it was something that we knew would be an issue when we moved from our events from a Thursday to a Saturday. On a Thursday, there's the reality of an EFC show. It runs for 7 hours, so it takes out four movies from one cinema. And Ster-Kinekor, our cinema partner, the amount of money that they get from an EFC ticket is not the same as selling 4 tickets for 4 different movies. So on a Thursday, it was fine when their cinemas weren't that busy. They didn't mind taking out a full cinema for four shows. On a Saturday, we knew it was going to be an issue, but we feel it's better as an overall product for the fans and for the athletes to be competing on a Saturday. So we moved the show to a Saturday, knowing that we might have to drop the cinemas, but it's something that we did. We're still working with Ster-Kinekor. The next event's on a Thursday, so it's very likely that will be back online. It's a discussion that is ongoing with them. And potentially after that, we go back on, even on a Saturday. You know, this was an Easter weekend. Cinemas are busy. The one before that was a very popular movie came out on that weekend, and it had the cinemas 50 Shades ago, and it had the cinemas pretty busy. So we'll see what happens after this. Hopefully we get them back online. It's a great experience. I think fans really do enjoy it, and it's great for the athletes on the undercard to have that exposure as well. So we'll just see what happens in the future. Thank you all for joining us. Next we hit Cape Town on the 7th of May for the heavyweight title fight between Brendan Groenewald and Andrew van Zyl. It's going to be a cracker. Good night.
One is the current champion with everything to prove. The other, a former champion with everything to fight for. It's the clash of the heavyweights. EFC 39. The newly crowned heavyweight champion, Brendan Groenewald, will defend his title for the first time against the former heavyweight champion, Andrew van Zyl. Will Groenewald silence the critics and prove why he is the best? Or will van Zyl once again rise to the top and claim what he feels is rightly his? Plus, the former light heavyweight champion Kilian Drotsky returns to the Hexagon to face off against the hardest-hitting man in the organization, Tumelo Maputa. EFC 39, Thursday, the 7th of May, Grand West, Cape Town. Tickets and broadcast information at efcworldwide.com. EFC 38, proudly brought to you by BetExchange.com, the ultimate sports betting bookmaker. In association with GNC Supplements, Pitbull Energy Drink, RDG, Rex, Diff and Gearbox, AG Mobile, Aquavita Mineral Water, and Durban ICC, with special thanks to the following partners: